2020 is made up of many people from all walks of life, of all ages. We are a grassroots organization that has been organizing since the day that Trump got elected. We are nonpartisan. We will oppose anyone who threatens the annihilation of our planet. We will oppose anyone who tramples on our civil liberties and rights. We will oppose anyone who uses divide and conquer strategies to destroy our solidarity with one another. We will oppose anyone who fuels sexism, racism, nationalism, homophobia, or ableism. And we will support anyone who insists that no life is disposable. Donald Trump has been president for 85 days, 4 hours, 40 minutes, and about 7 seconds. How many think that 85 days, 4 hours, 40 minutes, and 7 seconds is too long? Okay, we have got a lot of reasons to be here today. On day one, Trump provided no record that he had resigned from any of his companies. Day two, Trump announces that the timeline for the release of his tax returns has abruptly shifted from eventually to never. We're still on day two. Sean Spicer unleashes a bitter attack on the freedom of the press. Day three, Kelly Conway trots out Trump's new justification for his lies. They're not verifiable lies, they're alternative facts. Day five, Trump orders the construction of a $21 billion wall on the Mexican border designed not to keep immigrants out, but to demonize them within the United States. Still on day five, Trump also orders an enormous expansion of the categories of undocumented immigrants who will now be made priorities for deportation. Since Trump's election, there has been a spike in hate crimes. On one single day, 1 week after Trump's election, there were 220 hate crimes reported. The most targeted groups were immigrants. Day 7, Steve Bannon, a verified white supremacist, says that the media should keep its mouth shut. Day 8, Trump's first Muslim ban, suspending the admission of all refugees for 120 days to put in an extreme vetting procedure. He suspends the Syrian refugee program indefinitely. He bans entry of people from 7 majority Muslim countries, and he prioritizes refugee claims based on a person's religion. That's first week. Day 9, Trump's first major defeat. A federal judge issues a stay against his Muslim ban. Day 10, Trump puts Bannon on the Security Council and drops the Joint Chiefs. Day 13, Rex Tillerson, former CEO of ExxonMobil, is confirmed as Secretary of State with record opposition. Day 14, we're 2 weeks in. The House rolls back rules restricting gun sales to severely mentally ill persons. The same day, Scott Pruitt, Trump's EPA pick, is approved by the Senate. Day 15, Trump announces a rollback on regulations protecting us from Wall Street bankers. Day 19, Betsy DeVos, a champion of privately funded education. That's right, she's our new Public Secretary of Education. Day 20, a day of infamy. Jeff Sessions is confirmed as Attorney General. He has an extremely long and troubling record on civil rights and liberties, and in particular, he has a long record of opposing rights for LGBT people. Sessions has opposed every important piece of legislation aimed at expanding our rights, and he was one of the most vocal opponents of the Hate Crimes Prevention Act of 2009, which expanded the definition of hate crimes to include LGBT people. 3 days into his job, the Justice Department steps back from efforts to protect transgender people under the existing law. Day 25, another victory. Michael Flynn resigns as National Security Advisor. Day 27, it's revealed that Trump's campaign aides have repeated contact with Russian intelligence during the 2016 campaign. That same day, another victory. Andrew Puzder is forced to withdraw from consideration as the Labor Secretary. But on that same day, day 27, a House panel votes against requesting Trump's tax returns. Day 28, the Senate hears testimony to eliminate the Endangered Species Act, people. Remember, here in Hawaii, we are the endangered species capital of the world. We do not need this. Day 29, Trump calls the news media, quote, the enemy of the American people. We're less than a month in, people. The Washington Post reports that in Trump's first month in office, he spent 25 hours golfing, 13 hours tweeting, and 6 hours studying intelligence briefs. Day 32, Trump starts the rollback on Obama's climate and water pollution rules. Day 33, Homeland Security unveils a sweeping plan to deport every undocumented immigrant they encounter, upending the lives of our neighbors, our families, whether they're citizens or non-citizens across the United States. Day 34, the Trump administration rolls out its plans to end protection for transgender students. Day 36, Justice Department says it will use private prisons again. That same day, a white man in Kansas yelled, "Get out of my country," and then shot 2 men from India, killing one of them. Trump remains silent, and he is still silent about that murder. Day 39, Trump proposes a 10% spike in defense spending and massive cuts to other agencies. Day 42, Jeff Sessions recuses himself from any future investigation of Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Another victory, but Trump fails to demand his resignation. Day 46, Trump orders his Muslim ban Part 2. Day 48, despite his claims that he had zero involvement with Russian officials during the campaign, it is revealed that Trump met with the Russian ambassador during the campaign. Day 49, EPA Chief Scott Pruitt says that carbon dioxide is not a primary contributor to global warming. Come on. Also on that day, day 49, Hawaii Attorney General Doug Chin makes Hawaii the first state to sue Trump over Muslim ban too. Day 57, scientists brace for a lost generation of research after Trump's budget proposal calls for major cuts to funding for medical and science research. Day 64, next victory. The repeal of Obamacare is dead. Day 68, Trump signs an executive order to dismantle Obama's climate change policies. Day 70, the Energy Department's Climate Office, the only office with the word climate in its name, is banned from using the phrase climate change. Day 77, Senate Republicans make historic changes to Senate rules to bar filibustering of Supreme Court nominees, allowing Gorsuch's nomination to go forward on a simple majority vote. Gorsuch is the judge who ruled in favor of Hobby Lobby's demand to refuse to offer contraceptives to women as a part of Obamacare. Day 78, Trump fires 59 Tomahawk cruise missiles at Syria in response to a chemical weapons attack that killed more than 100 people. That happened after Trump repeatedly provided cover for Bashar Assad, who started the war in Syria with his attempt to annihilate opposition to his dictatorship. Day 82. In a shocking display of Holocaust denial and during Passover of all times, Sean Spicer claims that Hitler, quote, didn't use chemical weapons, unquote. That same day, Trump engages in more saber-rattling with a nuclear-armed North Korea. Predictably, North Korea responds with threats of a preemptive strike of its own. Hawaii is, of course, the closest U.S. target that North Korea could hit. Day 84, yesterday, Trump's administrator for the Environmental Protection Agency, Scott Pruitt, calls for an exit from the Paris Climate Change Agreement. So I think we got a good reason to be here. I'm very happy to announce that we've got Hawaii House Representative Kaniela Ing, who I think is on our side. So please, if you wouldn't mind joining me up here.